The ship drifts, silent, becalmed. A stark, still beauty, yet beneath the surface, the mariner knows this peace is fleeting. The true test of a vessel, and a soul, is not in the calm, but in the tempest. We spend so much of our lives yearning for an unending horizon of ease, a life free from friction, devoid of challenge. We chase comfort, tranquility, a state where no storm clouds gather, no winds howl. But this pursuit, while understandable, is ultimately a profound misunderstanding of existence itself. Life, by its very nature, is an arena. It is a series of trials, a relentless unfolding of circumstances that demand more from us than mere endurance. It asks for resilience, a depth of character that not only withstands the blow, but grows stronger because of it. To become unbreakable is not to avoid the blows, but to welcome them as the very instruments of our forging. Consider the very fabric of the universe, the laws that govern all growth. A tree does not become mighty by seeking only sunlight. Its roots must grapple with stone, its branches must bend to the gale. The muscle does not strengthen without resistance. The mind does not sharpen without friction. Adversity, then, is not an unfortunate interruption to our lives, but an intrinsic, necessary component of our design. Epictetus, the former slave who taught emperors, understood this deeply. He observed, "Every difficulty in life presents us with an opportunity to turn inward and to invoke our own resources." He saw obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities, training grounds for the soul. Each setback, each unexpected reversal, is a chance to practice, to test the mettle of our principles, to refine our inner constitution. We often perceive adversity as something happening to us, a cruel twist of fate. But the Stoics teach us to see it differently, as something happening for us, a catalyst, a teacher. This shift in perspective is everything. We cannot control the external events that buffet us, the sudden loss, the unexpected betrayal, the crushing defeat. These are indifferent to our desires. But what we can control with absolute dominion is our judgment about these events, our reaction to them. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminded himself daily, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." This is not an endorsement of naive optimism, but a profound directive to guard our inner sovereignty. When faced with a challenge, our first instinctive response is often one of lament or anger. We ask, "Why me?" But the Stoic asks, "What can I learn from this? What virtue can I practice now?" The external event itself holds no inherent power to harm our character. Only our interpretation of it does. It is in this crucible of choice, the choice to frame adversity not as a curse but as a curriculum, that true resilience is forged. It is here that we begin to build an inner citadel, impregnable. Seneca, with his characteristic sharp insight, took this idea further. He wrote, "Prosperity discovers vice, adversity discovers virtue." In times of ease, our weaknesses can remain hidden, unexamined. We float along, mistaking good fortune for good character. But when the currents turn rough, when the comforts are stripped away, that is when the true substance of a person is revealed. Does fear consume us? Do we crumble under pressure? Or do we rise to the occasion, drawing upon reserves of courage, patience, and resolve we never knew we possessed? The unshakable person does not shy away from discomfort or difficulty. They lean into it. They understand that suffering, when embraced with purpose, is not an end in itself, but a powerful means to an end, the strengthening of the soul. The fire that melts the wax hardens the steel. We are not meant to be wax. We are meant to be steel. So, how do we actively cultivate this unbreakable mind? It begins with deliberate practice. First, the premeditation of evils. premeditatio malorum. Spend time each day contemplating potential difficulties, not to invite them, but to mentally prepare for them. What if I lose my job? What if a loved one falls ill? What if my plans are utterly derailed? By rehearsing these scenarios in the mind, we strip them of some of their shock and terror, allowing us to respond with reason rather than panic when they inevitably arise. Second, embrace voluntary discomfort. Take cold showers, walk when you could ride, fast occasionally. These small acts of self-imposed hardship build a tolerance for difficulty, reminding us that we are capable of enduring far more than we imagine and that our happiness is not solely dependent on external comforts. Third, cultivate mindful detachment. When adversity strikes, observe your initial reactions. Acknowledge the pain, the frustration, but then consciously step back. Ask, is this truly within my control? What is the objective reality of the situation, stripped of my emotional overlay? This deliberate pause creates a space for a reasoned response rather than a reactive one. It allows us to distinguish between what is truly harmful and what merely feels harmful. This is the path to inner freedom. The person who has journeyed through this forging process is not someone immune to pain or disappointment. They are not cold or indifferent. Instead, they possess a quiet, formidable strength, a deep well of resilience that allows them to face any storm with dignity and purpose. They understand that while they cannot control the winds, they can always adjust their sails. They know that every ending is also a beginning, every failure a lesson, every wound a source of wisdom. Their unbreakable nature comes not from avoiding life's sharp edges, but from having been cut by them and choosing to heal stronger each time. This is not a state of perpetual triumph, but one of profound adaptability, of an unwavering inner compass that guides them through any terrain. This is the mastery of self. This is true freedom. Embrace the challenges that life inevitably brings. See them as instruments for your growth. Cultivate your inner fortitude.